Okay, good day everyone. Since we don't have enough time to discuss the remaining topics, that is why we will do a video recording for some of our discussion. So all you have to do is to watch this recording so that you will be able to understand this topic and have the answers to our examination. Okay, so for the learning objectives of our today's discussion, so you will be able to explain how monetary policy affects the economy and the banking system no, of our country and assess the impact of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas decisions on our financial institutions. So our topic for today is all about the central banking and the monetary policy. No? So as we all know, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or the BSP is the country's central bank is our country's central bank. So in this topic, we will be able to know how the BSP helps keep the economy become stable. No? So learning about central banking and the monetary policy helps us understand how the BSP supports growth and protect our financial system. So this will be our topic for today. Okay, so the central bank, no, as we all know, it is the country's main monetary authority. So it manages all the money supply of that certain country, the interest rates that is implemented in our industry, and it ensures the financial stability of a certain country where it belongs. So here in the Philippines, this role is fulfilled by the BSP or the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So our BSP here was established under the new Central Bank Act or the RA 7653, which is later amended by RA 11211. So FYI for everyone, so there are 216 countries that have a central bank all over the world now, including our very own Philippines. So as you can see, there are 5 logos there, no? That is the evolution of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas na logo, which reflects the institution's changing identity, no, and mission over time. So as you can see, kanang first nga logo, the early logos that was used on 1949 to 1993, no? So that was the original logo of the Central Bank of the Philippines. So it features a man pushing the wheel on progress. So it symbolizes labor and industry for that for the Philippines. So it was designed by Dan Zamora of Crispulo Zamora and Sons. So the second one was used on 1969 to 1993. So that logo underwent mga several redesigning to retain the industrial motif, no, but modernizing its look. So as you can see as well, there is already a transition of the name from Central Bank of the Philippines to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So next is kanang third, no, the transition era. So that was used on 1993 to 2010. So following the Central Bank Act, so the BSP adopted a new logo, no, featuring the Philippine flag kanang nasa baba, and then the rising sun and the mountains all framed in a wheel. So that symbolizes of national identity and stability. So we have the two modern logos, no, kaning fourth and fifth. So that ang ikanang ikaupat that was used on 2010 to 2020. So as you can see, there is a Philippine eagle in flight accompanied by 3 stars and a gold arc. So that design emphasizes the strength, the vision, and the BSP's role in the national development. And then on 2020, we have or the BSP introduced a new logo no nga mo na nang atong ginagamit karon. So the current logo features a photorealistic golden Philippine eagle, no, as you can see. So with outstretched nga wings, mura siya galupad. So it symbolizes leadership, vigilance, and inclusive growth for everyone. So the 3 golden stars, as you can see, kanang nasa ibabaw sa Philippine eagle in flight, that represents the core function of the central banking, no, which is kanang price stability, stable banking system, and a secure payment system. So each redesign has alignment with broader institutional reforms, no, and aspiration of our country. So reinforcing the Philippines' evolving role in shaping the Philippine economy. So muna siya ang atuang ang BSP logo, no, since 1949 hantod sa atuang present nga ginagamit karon, which is kaning Philippine Eagle in Flight nga realistic siya tanawon. Okay. Okay, so objectives of a central bank. So there are 4 objectives of a central bank, no? First is price stability, and then financial system stability, and then they promote also economic growth and employment, and they manage foreign reserves and currency stability. But the very common goal of the central bank is to stabilize the world market for industry growth. So the central bank manages our foreign currency, our foreign reserves, and the currency stability to keep the Philippine peso stable and to protect our economy. So ginaunsa nila ni pagbuhat. So by holding foreign currencies like US dollar, no, to use when needed. So buying or selling peso in the market to control the big changes in exchange rate, no, so to avoid mga inflation, and then making sure there's enough foreign money to pay for imports at saka mga utang nato, no, to other countries. So they also help keep prices steady by building investors confidence and support economic growth. So here in the Philippines, no, as we all know, our Philippines is under the management of a dirty floating exchange rate system. So unsa gani ning sa dirty floating exchange rate system? So ang mahitabo gani sa yaha is that um, it is based on the demand and supply, no, of the currency, but with the intervention of the BSP. Okay. Okay, functions of the central bank. So our central bank has its core functions, no? So first is issuing currency. So they are the sole authority to issue those legal tenders of a certain country, no? So pareha diri sa ato sa Philippines, our sole authorized establishment or institution nga pwede lang mo issue og ato ang kwarta, our legal tender is only the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Next function of the central bank is implementation of the monetary policy, no? So they uses policy tools to control mga inflation, to influence the interest rates, and regulate the liquidity, no, of those mga banking institution, no. So next is regulating and supervising those mga banking institutions. So to ensure financial stability by enforcing prudential regulations, conducting inspections, and monitoring banking operations, no, of those mga bangko, mga banking institutions nato here in the Philippines. Next is maintaining the price stability, no, to protect the purchasing power of our money. So also to keep inflation within a targeted range, which is only 2 to 4% lang ang inflation rate. So next is managing foreign reserves. So they maintain adequate reserves for foreign trade and debt payments. So they manages exchange rate policy, no, to ensure currency stability. And lastly is they are the lender of last resort. Kasi the BSP or those central banks, no, that is existing in each other's country, no, so they provide emergency funds to solvent but illiquid banks during financial crisis. So if there is a certain bank, for example, nga murag shaky na ang status, so or they need a certain money wherein kanang para mahimo silang liquid ba. So kung wala na magpahiram sa ilaha nga other bangko, so mo na siya no nga didto na sila sa BSP moduol. Mo nang ang BSP ang lender of last resort sa mga bangko kasi sila ang last dagananan sa mga banking institutions para makahiram ang katong bangko, ma-save nila ang ilahang establishment. Okay, so monetary policy tools. So unsa man ning mga monetary policy tools? So these are the tools that the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas uses to control the money in the economy. So they control how much money people and businesses can borrow and spend, no, sa ato ang industry. So there are two types of tools, no, that they are using. We have the quantitative tools and the qualitative tools. So dili lang ni sa research ang quanti ug ang quali. So pati sa implementations of monetary policy. So mo na siya ang mga tools nga ginagamit sa BSP. So number one is ang quantitative tools, no. So these quantitative tools, this directly affect the money supply. So this tool will be the one to control the amount of money. So ang gina kanang regulate aning quantitative tools or ang uses sa quantitative tools is for the interest rates. So the BSP makes borrowing cheaper or more expensive kay para mas stabilize ang interest rates, no. And then reserve requirements, so telling banks how much money to keep. So the BSP tells banks how much money they will keep and ilahang ipautang sa sa mga individual or businesses. And then open market operations, no, or OMO. So the BSP buys or sells government bonds to add or remove money from the system. So muna siya ang sa quantitative tools. So again, that directly affects the money supply. So sa qualitative tools na punta. So sa qualitative tools, it guides how money is used. So it influences the credit allocation. So kung kaganiha ang sa money supply mo tong sa quantitative tools, ang sa qualitative tools na pod siya na pod ang mo influence or siya ang mo regulate, mo mandate kung unsaon paggamit ang kwarta ang kanang credit allocation, no? Guiding on how money is used. So this is used for number one, mga credit guidelines, no? So CBSP, they encourages banks to lend to certain sectors like mga farmers or mga small businesses, no? So they encourages loans to certain sectors. And then second is moral suasions, no? So they persuade banks to follow those mga policies para ma-aim sa kanang there will be a monetary policy nga implementation, smooth monetary policy implementation. So the focus of these tools, the quantitative tools and the qualitative tools, is for reserve requirements, open market operations at saka interest rate. Okay, next is reserve requirements. So unsa jud ang reserve requirements? So the reserve requirements is a percentage of deposits that the banks are required to keep with the BSP or as their cash on hand. So it's the rule that tells bank how much money they must keep and not lend out to their client. So nganong importante kaayo siya, no? And why does it matter? So if the BSP says keep more, moingon ang BSP nga, okay, maghatag mo dako-dako na reserve requirements. So the bank have less to lend, so there less money in the economy. So to make it balance ba. And if the BSP says keep less, so the bank can lend more, so there's more money in the economy. So muna siya ang impact sa reserve requirements. Higher reserve requirements, less money ang available for lending to reduce the money supply. Muna siya. And then, pag mayon gani ang BSP nga mag-keep less, so lower reserve requirements, ang impact ana is more lending capacity for those banks, and it will increase money supply sa economy. So muna siya, no, ang iyahang importance, ang iyahang impact. So this helps BSP control inflation and keep the economy stable. Okay, so mo ni siya ang rate, no, of those mga reserve requirements. So as of October 25, 2024, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas set the reserve requirements ratios or kaning RRR as follows, no. So sa Universal and Commercial Bank, ang ilahang gina-require na reserve requirement is 7% of their asset. Muna na siya. And then for digital banks, 4%. For thrift banks, 1%. And for rural and cooperative banks, gitanggal na nila. So the BSP removed the reserve requirements for the rural and cooperative banks, no, to help them lend more money and serve rural communities better. So since these banks no longer need to keep part of their deposits with the BSP, they can use more fund to give loans to their mga clients. So especially to those mga farmers and small businesses, no, kasi nga we all know man, no, nga ang rural bank and cooperative banks are they are serving the focus of their services is for those mga farmers and small businesses, no, in the katong mga underserved community. So these changes also helps lower their mga cost and support the financial inclusion in our countryside, no, kasi nga again our BSP has its project wherein there should be financial inclusion for everyone. So since katong mga rural and cooperative banks are those mga banking institution nga makapenetrate kaayo sa mga underserved communities, no, nya as we all know, di ba, ang rural bank is and the cooperative is less lang ang ilahang resources kasi nga ang rural bank is kanang a private ownership and the cooperative is kanang a member-centered nga banking institution. That is why limited lang jud ang ilang resources mo nang gitanggal ni BSP ang ilahang reserve requirement. Okay, so open market operation. So unsa man ning open market operation? So this is the buying and selling of government securities in the open market. So it is when the central bank like the BSP buys or sells government securities to control the money supply. So when the BSP adds or removes money from the economy by buying or selling, no, mga government bonds, mao ni siya. So what is the impact of kaning open market operation? So if the BSP buys securities, so it puts more money into the economy. So this helps lower interest rates and boost spending. So muna siya, no? They buy bonds to in return more money in the economy. So if the BSP sells securities, so it takes money out of the economy. So this helps raise interest rates and slow down inflation. So selling bonds, less money in the economy. So muna ang iyahang impact. So it helps control inflation and interest rate, no, sa ato ang economy. So this is most frequently used tools for mga short-term liquidity adjustments in our economy. Okay, so next is kaning interest rate setting. So interest rate setting is the adjusting of the BSP's policy rate. So for example, kaning overnight lending at saka deposit rate. So unsa man ni siya? So ang atoang BSP, they have implementations standard rate ba for katong mga bangko nga nagahiram o katong mga bangko nga naga-deposit sa BSP na sila yung mga standard rate. But then naa sila yung mga adjustments for those mga banks nga nagahiram sa ilaha, nagaborrow sa ilaha for just a short term, nga borrowings, and for those mga bangko nga nagadeposit sa ilaha for short term as well. So nana sila mga adjustment sa policy rate, BSP policy rate nga ginapa-implement aning mga special cases no nga ingon ani kaning overnight lending facility at saka the overnight deposit facility. So unsa maning BSP policy rates nga duha ka buok kaning overnight lending facility at saka the overnight deposit facility. So we will go first for the overnight lending facility no. So kaning OLF, it is a short-term loan that the BSP gives to the bank just for one night. So sometimes a bank need extra money at the end of the day to meet their kanang needs, para sa kanang policy, kay ang isa ka bangko naman gyud na sila policy ba nga dapat kanilang jud ang kani nga amount ang mabilin sa imuhang bangko at the end of the day. So kung makulang na siya, they can possibly borrow money from the BSP no overnight and pay it back the next day. So pwede na siyang ingon ana. So this is when bank borrow money from the BSP for one night to fix the short-term cash shortages nila. So ang ginapa-implement ana ni BSP nga rate, interest rate for those mga lending under aning overnight lending no facility is just kaning 5.75%. So another one is kaning overnight deposit facility. So unsa po ning overnight deposit facility? So it is a way for banks to safely park extra money with the BSP overnight. So just for kanang kuan ba to have it deposited to the BSP katong ilahang extra nga kwarta sa isa ka bangko. So if the bank has extra money and it doesn't want to lend, so it can deposit it with the BSP for one night and earn an interest. So pwede ingon ana no. So ang gina-implement or ginabutang ni ni BSP pod nga current interest rate for those overnight deposit facility or katong kwarta nga na under aning overnight deposit facility is mao pa ning 4.75%. So unsa pud ang impact aning kaning overnight lending facility ug overnight deposit facility no? So ang impact niya is for those for the lower policy rate, so it encourages borrowing and spending to stimulate the economic activity no, and for the higher policy rate, it discourages borrowing to slow down inflation. So mo na siya no, kasi as we all know no, naa man ning kanang if baba ang policy rate nga gina-implement sa BSP, so mas daghan mas ma-encourage ang bangko no nga muhiram og kwarta. So mas daghan sila mapautang sa gawas. So it will stimulate economic activity, daghan og mga business expansion, creation of mga trabaho. So ingon ana no, mo na siya. And if a higher policy rate pod, ang impact po niya it will discourage borrowings no sa mga bangko. So dili pud ganahan magpahiram ang bangko kay gamay ra man ilahang kwarta. Mo na no, kay dili man pud sila ganahan mohiram sa BSP kasi dako man ang interest rate nga gi-implement ni BSP. So ang impact pud ana sa atong economy, it will slow down inflation pod sa atong economy no? So balance lang yun to help our economy stabilize no. So mo na siya ang Okay, so BSP's role in inflation management. So as we all know no, the target inflation rate nga kaya lang yun i-tolerate ni Philippines is kanirang 2 to 4% nga range sa inflation rate. So how does the BSP manage the inflation? So there are methods no nga ilang ginabuhat. So first is tighten policy when inflation is above target. So ang ilang ginabuhat ana is erase nila ang interest rate, they sell securities, they increase reserve requirements kay para ma-discourage ang mga bangko no nga muhiram. So mugamay ang supply sa kwarta, mugamay ang supply sa atong money dito sa economy. So mo na siya no ilang ginabuhat para ma-manage nila kung taas na jud kaayo ang inflation rate mo, taas na siya sa 4%. And if naanata sa murag medyo recession na, so they will loosen the policy when inflation is below target. So what they will do, they lower the interest rate, they buy security, and then reduce reserve requirements para mas daghan ang mapahiram sa mga banking institution dito sa mga individuals or mga businesses. So muna siya nga i-lose nila ang policy. If magbelow na siya sa target, which is kung magbelow na siya sa 2%, no? So muna ang buhaton or ang ginabuhat ni BSP para ma-manage ang inflation rate. So again, if the inflation is too high, the BSP makes money harder to get. So in many ways, no, nga ilang buhaton nga mahimong harder to get ang kwarta, no. So again, they raise interest, they sell bonds, they increase bank reserves, no. And if inflation is too low, mubaba na siya sa 2%. So the BSP makes money easier to get. So mo na nga mag-implement sila lower interest rate, they will buy bonds and reduce bank reserves para maglusen ang policy when it comes to inflation. Okay, so BSP's role in liquidity management. So again, the role of the BSP or the goal of the BSP when it comes to liquidity management is to maintain a balance between economic growth and the price stability. So there are tools that the BSP will be using, no, to implement or to manage the liquidity, no, of our economy. So first is regular open market operations, no, operation auctions. So the BSP adjusts the money supply by buying or selling bonds. So depending on the situation, no, of our economy. Next is kaning special deposit accounts or SDAs, no, to absorb excess funds. So the BSP takes in extra money from the banks to control inflation. So again, pag musaka na gani ang inflation, mao to no nga magkuha sila or patasan nila ang reserve requirement sa isa ka bangko para mag-lessen ang money supply sa economy. And the next is kaning term deposit facilities, no? So the BSP manages short-term cash levels in the banks by accepting deposits for a set time. So nagadawat na sila og deposit sa mga bangko, no? Kay para para kanang makontrol ang money supply sa economy, no? So nagadawat sila more likely 7 to 14 days with interest siya. So muna siya, no, para short kaning sa term deposit facility. So muna ang ginabuhat sa BSP. So those are the tools, no, nga ginagamit ni BSP or ni Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in order to manage the liquidity of our economy. Okay. So unsa man jud ang effect sa monetary policy when it comes to the economy and the banking system? Okay, so effect of the monetary policy sa atong economy, no? So how the BSP monetary policy affects the economy here in the Philippines. So for the interest rate, kapag lower ang interest rate, so more borrowings and spending, no? It can encourage more borrowing and spending. And if taas ang interest rate, there will be a less borrowing and spending pod for our economy. For the inflation control pod, less spending, lower prices, and then more spending, higher prices. So mo po na ang sa inflation. So sa exchange rate sub, higher rates, strong peso. And then lower rates, weaker peso. So the higher the interest rate attracts foreign capital and peso strengthens, and then lower rates weakens it. And then for the employment, more spending of money, so daghag jobs, no, daghag creation of jobs nga mahitabo. And then when there's a less spending, gamay ang ipautang ni BSP sa mga bangko, so there will be fewer jobs, job creation, kasi gamay lang man pud ang mapautang ni bangko dito ma-extend sa iyahang mga individual or mga businesses nga clients. And then for consumer spending pod, cheap loans, people buy more kasi nga there will be the individuals or those businesses will be attracted to the to the kanang much lower na interest rate. So muna siya nga daghag mag-utang, so daghag magasto. And for the expensive loan, so people will buy less kasi nga gamay lang man ang mag-avail sa loan. So muna siya ang effect sa monetary policy sa atoang. Okay, so effect na po ni monetary policy when it comes to the banking system. So sa reserve requirements, so the BSP requires bank to hold more or less money. So it will affect the lending capacity, no? So if mas daghan ang i-require ni BSP nga reserve requirements sa isa ka bangko, so mas less ang borrowings, less ang lending. And if gamay lang pud ang reserve requirement ni BSP sa isa ka bangko, sa mao na nga ang bangko makahatag siya og mas daghan nga pautang, maka-extend siya og daghang loans dito sa iyang client. So liquidity management pud. So the tools like the term deposit facility absorb excess money, helping control inflation, no? So the BSP uses tools to remove extra money from the bank. So this helps control inflation. So katong, 'di ba, pag magkuan sila, magkanang daghan og kwarta ang bangko, so they will encourage those bankos, no, to deposit into the BSP kay para mugamay ang supply sa kwarta sa economy para maiwasan ang inflation. And then interest rate signal. So the BSP policy rate guides banks own lending and deposit rates. So the BSP sets a key rate para ang bangko maka-follow when setting loan and deposit rates. And then credit availability, no? So easier policy, more loans, and then tighter policy, stricter lending. So again, for easy policy, ang banks can give more loans, no, kasi mas dali lang man makuha ang kwarta, mas gamay ang requirements. And then for the strict policy, ang mga bangko mas gamay ang ilahang mapalend, no, they can lend less to their borrowers kasi nga mas strict man ang kanang policy implementation. So the BSP guides how much banks can lend, save or charge to help the economy and price become stable, no, in our economy. Okay, so impact of the BSP decisions on financial institution, no? So for liquidity conditions, so the bank adjust how they manage money based on the BSP stance. And also profitability, compliance cost, and risk management. So these are the impact of those mga BSP decisions, no, nga ginapa-implement nila sa mga financial institutions. So for liquidity conditions, so the banks adjust how they manage money based on the BSP's mga implementations. And then profitability, no, so the interest rate changes affect banks' earnings. So, di ba, ang mga interest rate kapag mubaba siya, so it is expected nga mubaba pod ang earnings sa bangko, and pag taas ang interest rate, so taas ang earnings sa bangko. And then for the compliance cost, reserve rules change how banks operates. So mopud siya, no, kasi nga pag gamay ang gamay ang reserve requirements ni BSP dito sa mga bangko, so therefore the bank can give more loans to those mga clients nila. And if the BSP will require kanang less nga reserve requirements, so that's the time po nga ang bangko makapahiram og daghan sa ilang mga kliyente. And for the risk management, so the bank must update risk strategies when the BSP shifts policy. So mo na siya, no, nga it is very important, no, for those mga banking and non-banking financial institution to become more updated, update their kanang policies from time to time, no, kung unsay mga changes sa mga implementation or mga policies sa BSP, no, kay para maiwasan ang mga risk management, kasi ang BSP dili man po na sila muotro og mga policy sa kanang implementation of monetary policy, no, if wala na sila nakita nga this policy can make kanang positive or negative impact sa tuang economy. So mo na siya nga it is very important for those bank to keep updated of all those mga labi na sa risk management, no, nga ginapa-implement sa tuang BSP sa atong economy. Okay, so for the conclusion, so BSP is the guardian, no, of price stability and financial health. So that is what we all know, no. And then monetary policy is the key driver of inflation control and liquidity balance. So those policy decisions nga ginapa-implement ni BSP is for the benefit or for the good welfare of our entire economy in the Philippines. Okay. So that's all, no. So since this is a recorded discussion, so prepare your questions na lang, no, next meeting so that we can address it in our next face-to-face schedule. Okay, that's it everyone. Thank you so much.